A lot of people think chia seeds are an instant fat loss food. Throw them into a smoothie, mix them into yogurt, make chia pudding, and somehow belly fat is supposed to disappear. That is not how this works. Because chia seeds can absolutely help with fat loss, but only if you use them the right way. Used badly, they can leave you bloated, constipated, overly full, and wondering why your healthy breakfast is making you feel worse instead of better. So in this video, we are breaking down the smartest way to eat chia seeds for fat loss, the biggest mistakes people make, and the one simple twist most people miss. Chia works best when it helps you control hunger, not when you treat it like magic. Let us get into it. Chia seeds are not the problem. The way people use them is usually the problem. On paper, chia seeds look amazing. They have fiber, omega-3 fats, plant protein, and they absorb a lot of liquid, which helps create that thick gel texture people associate with fullness. That sounds great, and it can be great. But here is where things go wrong. A lot of people add chia to meals that are already too high in sugar, too low in protein, or too random to support fat loss in the first place. So instead of getting the benefits, they end up with a breakfast that looks healthy, but acts like dessert with extra fiber. That is not fat loss food. That is confusion in a bowl. If you want chia seeds to support fat loss, timing matters. A lot of people eat them late at night because they think healthy food is always a good idea. But chia is high in fiber, and fiber slows digestion. That can be useful earlier in the day when you want more fullness and more stable energy. At night though, a heavy chia meal can feel like a brick sitting in your stomach, especially if you overdo it or combine it with sugary extras. That is why a better window is usually breakfast or lunch. That is when you actually benefit from the fullness, slower digestion, and appetite control. This is the twist most people miss. Chia is not just a fat loss food, it is a hunger management food. And when you use it at the right time, it can help you eat less later without feeling like you are forcing it. This is the rule people ignore the most. Do not eat chia seeds dry and expect your stomach to be thrilled about it. Chia absorbs a lot of water. That is part of what makes it useful, but it is also what makes it easy to misuse. When dry chia hits liquid, it swells fast. If you do not soak it properly first, you are basically asking your digestive system to finish the job for you. And that can mean bloating, discomfort, constipation, or just a weird, heavy feeling that makes you regret every life decision that led to that breakfast. Soak them first. A simple starting point is 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in about half a cup of water for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Longer is fine. Overnight works well. Once they gel up, they are easier to use and usually easier on your stomach. Chia seeds are not a complete fat loss meal by themselves. They work best when paired with foods that help build a balanced meal. The best pairings are the ones that combine fiber and protein and a reasonable calorie load. Here are 3 solid options. Option 1, chia with Greek yogurt and berries. This is a strong breakfast because it gives you protein, fiber, texture, and natural sweetness without going overboard. Option 2, chia plus oats and cinnamon. That works well if you want something more filling and more structured, especially earlier in the day. Option 3, chia paired with eggs and fruit. This one is underrated. Instead of forcing chia into the whole meal, use it as one part of a more balanced breakfast that keeps you fuller for longer. The real goal is not to activate fat burning. The real goal is to make meals more satisfying, more stable, and less likely to lead to cravings later. That is where chia shines. Now let us talk about the mistakes that quietly ruin the whole thing. Mistake 1. using too much. More is not better. A lot of people go from zero fiber to giant servings and then wonder why they feel awful. For most people, 1 to 2 tablespoons a day is plenty. Mistake 2, turning chia into dessert. Honey, maple syrup, sweetened yogurt, flavored milk, nut butters, granola, dried fruit, chocolate chips. At some point, it stopped being a health habit and became pudding cosplay. Mistake 3, not drinking enough water. This is huge. If you are adding more fiber and not increasing fluids, you are making the whole experience harder on your body. Chia needs water to work well. Without enough hydration, the same thing that helps with fullness can start working against you. Mistake 4, expecting chia to fix a bad diet. Chia can support fat loss. It cannot rescue a routine built on random snacking, oversized portions, and sugar-heavy meals. Here is what chia actually does well. It slows digestion. It can help you feel fuller. It can make meals more satisfying, and it can help smooth out the gap between meals so you are less likely to raid the kitchen like a sleep-deprived raccoon. That matters because fat loss usually gets harder when hunger keeps winning, not because people do not know what to eat, but because they get too hungry, too fast, too often. That is where chia can be useful. Not as magic, not as detox, not as some miracle seed, just as one simple tool that helps you stay more in control. And that control adds up. So if you want the easiest version of this, here it is: 1 tablespoon of soaked chia. Use it in the morning or around lunch. Pair it with protein. Keep added sugar low. Drink enough water throughout the day and stop trying to make it do everything. That is the formula. Simple, repeatable, useful, and that is why it works better than the overcomplicated stuff. So yes, chia seeds can help with fat loss, but not because they are magical. Because when you use them correctly, they help make your meals more filling, your hunger more manageable, and your routine more consistent. That is the real power. Soak them. Time them well. Pair them smart. Keep the rest simple. If this helped, hit like. If you want more science-based wellness videos without the hype, subscribe and turn on notifications. Make sure to visit the diet and exercise website in the comments below. We did the research for you and sorted out items that are only evidence-backed and lab-tested to get results. Let me know in the comments how you are using chia seeds right now. And of course, always remember, when it comes to diet and exercise, there are no gimmicks, just results.